Did a client just ask you for a W-9 and you're just like, wait, what the hell do I do? Well, this video is going to be for you. My name is Travis Reynolds. I'm a CPA and I help photography studio owners run more profitable studios. All right, so before we answer the question, let's learn the basics. What is a W-9? Basically, a W-9 is just a form that typically will have your name, your business name, your EIN or your social security number, and also what type of business you are, such as an LLC or an S corporation. And typically you give this to clients so that they can issue a 1099 at the end of the year. Nothing gets filed with the IRS. So when you are a photography studio owner, when should you send this to your clients? And that's typically when you are paid as an independent contractor and they have paid you more than $600 in a calendar year, and they have paid you in methods such as cash, such as check, such as Zelle payment, PayPal, Venmo, things like that. You do not have to do it if they pay you via credit card or debit card. That is because that income will already get reported to the IRS on that Form 1099-K. But using that Form 1099 NEC is how all those cash payments, those PayPal, those Zelle payments, that's how they will get reported to the IRS. But do you have to give this W-9 out to everybody? And the answer is only to other business owners. You do not have to give it to individuals who have paid you for like personal services. So if you are photographing a family, for like a family portrait or family gathering, stuff like that, you do not need to send them a W-9. But if you are doing like an event for a business, or if you're doing headshots or anything like that, and again, if they have paid you the cash, the Zelle, the Venmo, the PayPal, that is a situation where you would have to pay them or send them a W-9. Another question that gets asked a lot is, should you put on your social security number on there or your EIN? And you should definitely put your EIN on there if you have one. You don't want to put your social security number on there just to keep your social security number protected. And as a CPA, I can tell you that a lot of people send me W-9s for when I do 1099s for them, not just photographers, mostly other business owners, and I can tell you that they are not keeping your data secure. Now, they will send things over an email, they will text it, they will do all these things. Ways I specifically don't ask for. I do have a portal that I want all documents uploaded securely to keep everyone's information secure, but I can tell you that people don't really care about those practices. They will do what is ever convenient for them. So if you put your social security number on a W-9 and you give it to them, it is probably not going to be kept secure. So you should always have an EIN and use your EIN number. But do you need to send a W-9 if you are an S corporation? And sure, why not is the answer I would give out. A lot of businesses like to have a W-9 on file for all their vendors, and they don't need to send you a 1099 though. And at the end of the day, if you do receive a 1099, it's not the end of the world. You'll still report that income anyways. So if you made it this far in the video, you're probably wondering, do you need to collect W-9s from the people that you pay? And the answer is absolutely. If you are paying a second shooter, an editor, an assistant, a hair and makeup artist, or anybody to help you run your business, and they are not on payroll, absolutely collect a W-9 from them. And again, if you're paying them via cash, via check, via PayPal, Zelle, Venmo, whatever it may be, as long as it is not on a debit or a credit card, you should be collecting a W-9 for them. This is because when you go to send them a 1099, everything will be easy peasy. And I often recommend to collect that W-9 before you pay them. Do not wait until tax filing season when you need to send them a 1099. That's because a lot of times people get busy, and when you are trying to meet the deadline to send them a 1099, they will not be convenient for them and they will hold off on giving you that W-9. But if you collect that W-9 before you pay them, basically require a W-9 before payment, they will get you that W-9 ASAP, and you can have a smooth 1099 season. And again, the tax deadline for 1099s is January 31st. Another question that gets asked a lot is, do you have to send a W-9 to your clients? You don't technically have to, but I would strongly urge you that you do. A lot of people will not want to do business with people that do not want to send them a W-9 because it will make it harder for them to be in compliance with the IRS, because they will not be able to issue you a 1099 accurately, because those same 1099s do get filed with the IRS. So I would recommend, don't withhold a W-9, please give it to your clients. And then another question that gets asked a lot is like, can you just send them your info without filling out the W-9 form? And the answer is sure, of course you can. Again, the W-9 is basically just a fancy form that will have your name on it, your social security number or your EIN, your address, the business name, and what type of business you are. You can absolutely just tell your client of what the information is. But I would not recommend to do an email because, again, email is not secure. You can either write it down on a piece of paper and give it to them directly, or use a online secure messaging system where you can just message that information. So how does this all tie out together? So basically, the way taxes work is you give a W-9 to your client. In return, your client will prepare a 1099 and send it to you. That 1099 will also get filed with the IRS, and then that is how the IRS knows that you received payment from that business, and you will use that 1099 to report the income on your tax return. If you don't report that income on your tax return, it is very likely the IRS, they will send you a matching notice, making you pay more tax and also assess late payment penalties and interest on top of that. So hopefully after watching this video, everything makes sense of why you need to send a W-9 to a client and who you need to send it to. If you got any further questions, feel free to drop them in the comments below and I'd be happy to answer them. Otherwise, I will see you in the next video.